with the Freaks, Fox Sports 910 Phoenix, the biggest names in sports, at Kenny and Crash, at Fox Sports 910, and now joining the Freaks. I think it's about his 4th or 5th time in the Freak Nation. How do you get out of Radio Row without Dana White joining the Freaks?
Oh, you're the
You've
man.
been walking by us time and time again,
I
bro.
know. Well, these guys are running me around like a lunatic. If I stop, they start yelling at me. It's just stressful today. I'm stressing.
You were walking up to the table with your head down. That's just what you do. Then you look up and go, oh, hell, I know you guys.
Yeah, no, I knew you guys. I was over here earlier. I saw you guys over here. Yeah. They told me that I was doing you guys later. I said I love those guys.
All right, so we had Ryan Bader in the studio last week, and holy smokes, man.
Rough weekend for him. Yeah. Listen, when you go in against a monster like Anthony Johnson, hindsight's 20/20. So I'm sure he's looking now, wishing he didn't hold on to the arm that long. But Ryan's a wrestler. Ryan's got heavy hands. Wherever you go with Anthony Johnson, you're in for a tough night. You go in there with a monster like Anthony Johnson. Bader's got wrestling, Bader's got hands, but everywhere you go with that guy is dangerous. So, he held on to the arm too long, but everywhere you go with that guy's bad news.
Dana White joining the Freaks of Fox Sports 910. Crasher, go ahead.
So Ryan is trying to get a #1 fight. He wants top billing. What does he have to do, especially after what happened this past weekend?
That was a setback.
Yeah.
That was a setback. First of all, he got knocked out. He's going to be out for at least 90 days now. He's going to be out for at least 90 days and back to the drawing board.
We see that go down in New Jersey last weekend. How do you guys not get too far ahead of yourselves when you have a card coming up, Holly Holm, Conor McGregor on the same card? How do you not get too far ahead of yourself talking about that fight coming up when you've got several before that?
Well, you're always going to have that big fight that everybody's talking about. That's always going to happen, but there's a lot of other good fights coming up too.
Sure, yeah, and tell us about it.
Well, that fight, Miesha Tate and Holly Holm, everybody thinks it's a given because Ronda beat Miesha twice and Holly beat Ronda. So no, styles make fights, and stylistically, this is a very, very dangerous fight for Holly Holm. First of all, when Ronda takes you down, Ronda gets into the clinch and takes you down to the ground. Completely different. So she was able to use her hands in her boxing. Miesha Tate is a durable woman and a great wrestler. She's going to come in with low singles, double legs, and if I was Holly Holm, I would have waited for Ronda Rousey because it's going to be the biggest fight ever in UFC history. Instead, she takes a very dangerous fight. And Conor McGregor, this is a talent like we've never seen in the UFC. This guy has the best mental warfare game in the business ever in any combat sport. And this guy does everything he says he's going to do. When he says, I'm going to knock out Jose Aldo in under 4 minutes of the first round, it sounds like smack talk. Then he does it in 13 seconds. But now he's moving up to 155 pounds against an animal, a beast in Rafael Dos Anjos. This guy knocked out Donald Cerrone. Destroyed Anthony Pettis, destroyed Ben Henderson, and Conor's actually moving up to fight this guy. It's crazy.
It's insane. Go ahead. No.
Good or bad for the sport that a lot of fighters are, not a lot, but a few fighters are trying to be more like Conor McGregor when that's not really their personalities?
Yeah, listen, I don't want anybody to be anybody but themselves.
Right.
If everybody acted the same, it would be ridiculous, and it wouldn't be cool. Some guys are very humble and don't talk a lot. Some guys are, come off as jerks and stuff like that, and other guys are like Conor McGregor. It's just, you be yourself. That's what I tell everybody. Just be you. Do you.
They've got their agents in their ear saying, we need more publicity. You've got to be like Conor.
Right.
It's not fair.
I disagree with that. You need to be you.
Yep.
And you're going to have a segment of the population that likes you, and even a guy like Conor, lots of people love him, but lots of people want to see him lose. Same as Ronda, just do you.
It seems like that's what's going on with Cam Newton in the NFL, but we can't get off of UFC right now. There's too much going on. You guys have so much momentum going on.
Well, Cam Newton, listen,
yeah.
I like Cam Newton. I think Cam Newton brings something different to the NFL. He's fun. You can tell that he loves what he's doing, and he's excited, and he's fired up. He gives balls away to kids and gets fined and doesn't care. Just so many cool things about Cam Newton. He's exciting, he's fun, he's different, he's fresh. But he's doing him. He's being himself.
Conor can back it up. Cam can back it up. Johnny Manziel, he can't back it up as far as his antics are concerned. And I mean, you've had your fair share of guys guys who have off the mat, I guess, troubles. We look at John Bones Jones. When's he going to make his return?
Probably in April. You know, he's doing good. He's got his personal life in order. He's got his what do you call it? You know,
his S together.
He had some troubles, legal troubles. He got that together. You know, he's getting it all together. Probably the greatest talent we've ever seen in the sport. So it's good to see him doing well. I'm rooting for him.
Who was the guy yesterday, Edilov, who was just busted by USADA? I mean, it's tough when you hear those things when one of your guys has to go down.
Yeah, obviously we have the strictest drug testing policy in all of sports. If you are messing around, you will get caught. These guys are showing up at guys' house at 5:30 in the morning to test them. You know, the problem is with great testing is that the drugs are getting better. They now have this thing where you can put on your tongue and it pumps testosterone into your body, and it's gone the next morning.
What?
Yeah. So the drugs are getting better, so the testing has to get better.
But how would that benefit you in the ring? I mean, I guess you take it right before the fight. And you
no, not before the fight. It's during training, in your training session. So you recover faster than other guys do, and you're stronger, and you're this and that, and all this other stuff. So
Dana White joining the Freaks of Fox Sports 910, and I want to get your opinion on this because we asked Ryan Bader about how you choose your fights, and I'm sure it's you and a collective group.
Right.
Ryan Bader wanted that shot at the championship.
Right.
Didn't get it. He's not a loudmouth. Okay, you're pointing at me.
Oh, he actually showed up at the press conference after the fight and got into a huge verbal exchange with Daniel Cormier. They got into a huge beef, right? And Cormier wanted that fight really bad too. But there is a structure. He needed to beat Bader. He needed to beat Anthony Johnson. If Bader beat Johnson, he would have got a shot.
Is that the protocol in UFC? You have a set ladder on numbers that you've got to beat?
Guys are ranked, and you know there can be great situations for guys sometimes. Like for instance, for Bader, if somebody was hurt and they couldn't fight, then you go to the next guy down, which could have been Bader.
Wow.
When do you expect Ronda to be back?
Ronda will be back in the fall.
She'll be back in the fall?
Yep.
And then as far as 200 is concerned, nothing's set in stone just yet?
All the fights that are going to happen over the next couple of months will determine what happens at 200.
Okay.
Dana White, it was a party in Phoenix when you guys showed up. Is there any chance are you coming back?
Let me tell you.
Come on, man.
So for so long, people in Arizona were like, "When are you coming to Arizona?" I'm like, "We're in Vegas. You guys come shoot over here." So we finally go down to Arizona, and wow, the gate, the energy, the people down there, the bar scene, the club scene. I had a blast in Arizona. Arizona was fun, and we will be back to Arizona soon.
Is it in the planning stages? Damn it.
Yeah. Hey, listen, anytime you go to a market and it's as successful and as fun as it was when we went to Arizona, we're coming back.
Dana White, we're the only Phoenix sports station here on Radio Row. The official Cardinals, Yotes, Suns, Diamondback station is not here, and they still don't believe UFC is a sport.
Yeah, but I would expect you guys to be here. You guys are it when you talk about radio in Arizona. Period. You guys are it. I love your show. I love how educated you guys are about the when you listen. I've done a lot of brain dead radio in my day. Okay.
Yeah.
Brain dead radio. We go on the show and human cockfighting. You know, I've done so many of these radio shows. You guys are educated about everything. You're fun. You're funny. You're good. You're good radio. I expect you to be. How would you not be at the Super Bowl? That's why you guys are the biggest. You're the best. You're the baddest. You're at the Super Bowl, and why I love doing interviews with you guys.
I will apologize for our cockfighting ghost fighters over there.
No, I was over here earlier, and I saw you guys, and I asked these guys. I said, "You're doing those guys, at 3 or whatever the time was that I had to come back over here." But I would have not ever left this building without doing this radio show.
Dana White joining the Freaks, dude. Get busy and do some old white dude radio. That's what we call those.
15 years. You can imagine the brain dead radio that I've done.
The worst question was asked. The worst question. Was there really a cockfighting question?
Oh, so Senator John McCain and human cockfighting. Dude, that was 15 years ago. Where did you do radio? What do you live under a rock? I mean, we're on Fox. We're on Fox. We're in 175 countries and territories all over the world. Are you seriously talking to me about John McCain and human cockfighting? Seriously. I mean, believe me, they're out there. They're out there. You guys are not it, have never been it, and that's why you're here, Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And not only are you guys here at Radio Whoa, you guys are in like the prime real estate area, you know? I just did a radio show like back in that corner at the exit sign over there. You guys got prime real estate here.
That would be embarrassing.
Yeah, but you guys know, it's it. You guys are legit.
Dana White, thanks for doing it, bud.
Thanks for having me.